Today I'm in Avebury, and having lived for about 10 years 5 minutes up the road, it's a place I know well. So come with me on a journey of my favourite places here, and I'll share some of the history and the amazing views. So this is Avebury, the largest megalithic circle in the world. A circle so large they built a village in it and a road through the middle. The stones were first put up over 4,500 years ago and remained pretty much intact until about 300 years ago, when many were pulled down and reused as building materials. And it's estimated that the henge and the avenues, which I'll show you, originally contained well in excess of 600 stones. Unfortunately now, we only have about 76 still remaining visible. This stone is called the Devil's Chair, and a local myth warns that the devil will be summoned if you run around it 100 times anti-clockwise. So obviously not recommended. There's also another stone known as the Diamond Stone, which I haven't been able to locate, which is said to cross over to the other side of the road when the clock strikes midnight, which would be an amazing feat as the stone weighs around 40 tonnes. Avebury was originally built as one large stone circle, enclosing two smaller ones, along with two avenues of paired stones, which I'll show you later. Obviously it's impossible to say exactly why the stones were erected, but we do have some clues. It looks most likely that the circle was built for either religious, ceremonial or social purposes, or a mixture of all of those. This whole area is incredibly rich in prehistoric sites. We've got Silbury Hill, which I'll show you in a minute, West Kennet Long Barrow and Windmill Hill, which I'll come to on a later video. So this is Silbury Hill. This is the largest prehistoric monument in the whole of Europe, and it's very obvious in the surrounding landscape. We know that Silbury Hill is about 4,500 years old, and 2,500 years after it was constructed, the Romans built a small settlement at the foot of the mound. The A4, the road that passes to the side of Silbury Hill, also lies on top of the original Roman road. In 2007, the remains of a Saxon timber post was found at the top of Silbury Hill, and it looks as if this was part of a Saxon fortification. In 1006, there was a battle at East Kennet a couple of miles away, and so the idea of this Saxon fortification makes absolute sense. According to folklore, the hill is said to have been dropped by the devil, who was carrying earth to bury the whole village of Avebury. Thankfully, the village was saved by the priest of Avebury, who prayed for help, and the devil was forced to drop the load of earth short of the village. And now the track leads us through the stone avenue that will take us back to the circle of Avebury. And so finally on to Avebury Manor. This small manor house has been owned by the National Trust since the 1990s. The earliest part of the house probably date to the mid-16th century, although there have been several periods of alteration since. The grounds, especially this time of year in June, are perfect for an exploration and a slow meander. And so thank you for joining me on this journey around Avebury and Silbury Hill. If you've enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, and I look forward to being with you again very soon. Bye bye.